Welcome back to REI Accounting Talk. My name is Sarah Bratcher. I am a CPA who does bookkeeping for real estate investors. And today I want to dive into using AI for your bookkeeping. I've made a few notes here so I don't ramble and get off track. Let me pull those up for us. The main thing I want to address first and foremost is we still don't know how, I guess we kind of know how safe and secure it is to put information into AI. I think that's the biggest hindrance for me, and especially for my clients. I will not put any of my client information into AI, and I personally don't want my bank statements in AI out there. I'm not sure why. Well, I am sure why. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I am sure. I don't want my data accidentally out there for someone to see without my knowledge and permission. And it's incomplete data, it's raw data. So people could construe that and warp that any way they want. Just don't feel safe with that right now. So that's the main reason. And you can also plug that question into AI yourself. Why is it not a good idea to use AI? Or why is it a good idea to use AI? Or how can I use AI most effectively to do my bookkeeping? But some things I've thought of and I want to take a deeper dive into with you guys today during this episode. There were 5 things. AI doesn't know your intent. It can confidently get things wrong. Your data is only as clean as your inputs. And it doesn't know how to handle the gray areas in real estate investing. And the most important one is you are still legally responsible for all this. Now I'm going to expand on all of those really quick. First one, AI doesn't know your intent. I think the biggest thing is they don't know what's CapEx and what's a simple repair. And to be able to train an agent on that takes a lot of time and effort. You could easily train a VA for that, but AI doesn't always come back and ask you more questions. Like, they don't see it and make reasonings. They're factual, like, okay, it's hit this threshold, it's here. But there are some other gray areas that an actual virtual assistant would question you on, and you could talk through it and you could make sure it gets categorized absolutely correctly, because one small categorization mistake can cost a lot in taxes. And back to what I always say is bookkeeping is your number one tax strategy. So take care of it. The second topic I want to deep dive about is it can confidently get things wrong. AI is very confident. If you had a VA or a bookkeeper, they're going to second guess a lot of things. And while it gets annoying, once you get to know each other, it's better. AI doesn't even ask those questions. It confidently puts it in the wrong space. The old saying, garbage in, garbage out. If you don't know bookkeeping and you aren't familiar with it, it's going to affect how all of that gets categorized. And by the time tax time comes around, you don't remember all of it, and it's never asked that, and then it leads to even more questions. And that rolls right straight into your data is only clean as your inputs. AI pulls from bank feeds, receipts, and statements. It doesn't sit there and say, oh, wait, this could be a personal expense. We probably need to back this back out. You put it in there, it's all going in there. And to pull that out, you still have to take a lot of time to it. So I still fully believe that a human VA is better than using AI right now. AI just organizes your mess instead of helping you fix it. A human is going to ask a lot more questions. And one of the bigger areas, it can't handle gray areas. There's a lot of judgment calls in real estate bookkeeping. There's a lot of different properties. There are ways you can use one bank account for each property, but that gets crazy. You still have to go in and pull 35 bank statements if you have 35 accounts. So, I mean, it's like, are you really saving time in these areas? Security deposits, earnest money deposits, down payments, they're not black and white transactions. There is still a lot of details in this that AI doesn't always know how to ask you. I've put in questions to AI, not hypothetical, true questions, but I've changed names and amounts because, again, I don't put real data in there for me or my clients. And it still gets journal entries wrong. And it doesn't ask me questions back. It doesn't say, well, what about this and what about that? So I'm still not trusting it. And then the last thing, the biggest thing, is you're still legally responsible for all of that information. The IRS doesn't care if AI did it wrong, if they categorized it wrong. You signed the return, you own the liability, and using AI without a knowledgeable human second guessing and looking over that is like hiring a plumber and never inspecting that the leak was actually fixed. It's risky and costly when something does go wrong. We see it not all the time, but often we see it. The IRS doesn't go after your CPA. They don't go after your VA. They're not going to go after AI. They're going after you. Those are your numbers. You own them. And I just don't think AI is there. Will AI get there? 100%. It will. I am pretty fairly confident that within my lifetime, could be tomorrow, could be 20 years from now, we're going to wake up and somebody's going to be secretly working on a project to make this happen. And it's only going to cost you $2 a month. And maybe the $2 a month isn't, but it's going to be affordable and it'll be worth it and all there. I use AI for so many things to help me with all different parts of my business, but I am not putting my financial information in there, and I am not putting my clients' financial information in there. I just don't think it's worth it at this point. But again, one day we'll be there and we'll do an update on this and guide you along the whole way on how to do it and how to do it correctly. Ways that you can safely use AI is use what somebody's already done. QuickBooks has a lot of AI technology within it on automating your transaction, automating your rules. They've already done it. And everybody's like, oh, it's so expensive now. Yeah, but you're skipping out on a lot of the heavy work by training the rules and everything. They've already done all that. There's some other, I think Baselane and Relay, I think they're doing some, Stessa's doing some stuff. Stessa and Baselane don't have double entry systems, so I'm not confident that you have all your information in there. But if you're just starting out with one or two properties, it's better than a spreadsheet, and you can learn it pretty easy. And they have AI stuff helping you categorize things, and it is safe because there are the barriers there, and you can read their safety and security protocols, and you can feel confident with that. So I think there are amazing ways to help you. You can have it. You can have AI make a spreadsheet with formulas in it that you can easily use. But I may be an old cranky CPA sounding here, but I just wouldn't trust AI with my bank statements. I just don't feel it. I've seen a lot of messes come out of it. I've seen people trying to get journal entries from AI and they're totally screwed up and it's just all wrong. So not very confident in the AI out there right now to just throw your stuff in there. It'll get there and we'll update you. Be careful out there. Thanks.